2015, Edcon aligned themselves with the United Nations Orange Campaign and have been committed to providing women from shelters across the country with accredited sewing training for the past 5 years. However, in 2018-2019, it brought a further commitment. The project went on to a 100 Women campaign, and this emerged as a spin-off from the original program. The vision was to train 100 women in sustainable skills as part of the centenary celebrations for the father of the democratic South Africa, Nelson Mandela, and Ma Africa, Albertina Sisulu.
Well, we've continuously ensured that we bring in and partner with the Department of Social Development to get ladies from the shelters who need a skill in sewing and design so that we can provide them with the skills as part of our Edcon transformation strategy.
The Department of Social Development, we've got shelters for abused women. So 11 of the shelters in the province participated in this project. So they've sent ladies that's in the shelter to come for sewing skills. So we basically work with our NGOs and say, please identify women and send them for the training. So we are basically there to support the ladies so that they learn some skills and become economically independent and do some sewing skills to look after themselves and their families as well.
But when the program actually started, I didn't know about it. But somebody who had assisted me, counseling and whatever, called me one day and said, there's this campaign and I know that is related to what you love, because she knew that I love designing, working with, creative stuff. I'm a survivor of sexual abuse from, childhood, around 3-4 years. And as you know, when you've gone through something like that, it stays with you and it can make you susceptible to certain things later on in life. And this was one of the things that I needed to work through in the process of healing. And I know that even some of the survivors in this program, they also have the same similarities. In their stories and mine, we have certain things in common, which is one of the things that you got to learn about each other, through the creation of the 16 Days of Activism Garment, by sharing our stories. And it is so empowering that on its own, because number one, there's so much shame associated with being a survivor. Most people, they don't want to talk about their very painful and most sensitive experiences.